I'm watching this thing the other night, and I know I'm going to get a lot of heat for this, but I'm watching this presidential debate as a fucking goof.
Right.
Like, I knew it was going to be fucking hilarious. I wasn't going to miss this because, I ate a couple mushrooms and took edibles, and I was fucking gone. And I'm sitting there going, wow, this is deep. But my wife asked me, what did you think afterward? And I go, this is what I fucking think. And no disrespect to anybody. Biden's old, I don't even know who's a good or a bad president anymore. I just keep pushing. You know what I'm saying? He's just a guy that stands on the corner,
Right.
fucking Chinese people for me. And then you got the other guy, Trump, who I like. But let me tell you the point in our lives that we're at, guys. You're looking at that. It's really sad that Americans in this day and age have to make a decision between these two guys. And at the end of the day, the guy's a felon. Again, I'm not saying nothing bad about him, but that's what we have to make a decision based on. As Americans right now, we're getting like the fucking worst whatever, and nobody else is popping their head up. Nobody else would have control. Again, politics means nothing to me.
Right.
Because most people still got to get up and take the train to New York City for $35 one round trip. $35 fucking dollars. After all last week with the fucking the heat, they canceled all those trains. They raised the prices today.
No,
the American, yes, they did. The $17.50 each way. $35. Now, do I take the train? No, I don't take the fucking train at the Penn Station. But the type of guy I am, I'm thinking about the guy who has to work there every fucking day.
You're losing 200, like $150 a week at least, just to get into work.
A week, right? 35, 70, and 70 is 140. So you got 175. That's $700 a month just to commute before you fucking eat a sandwich, before you get a fucking $8 coffee. So these are the things I look at. All right, and then what I also have are the concerts. Right now, the prestige of the concert world, the tickets are ticking down. Like, people like, holy shit. Last summer I did 800. This summer I'm doing 4. Like, that's the reality of it,
Mm-hmm.
But half of these bands don't belong on the road anyway. It's mediocrity. So we're accepting mediocrity at all levels, from the presidency all the way down to fucking tickets. We are a country that we lowered our standards, and that's not good. We're America, baby. We're America, baby. We're the fucking, we push people around, we sling dick, and not even that. We're cutting edge, not anymore. Not any fucking more, and people say that we're getting laughed at around the world. Listen, something's got to change. Something's got to give. I hope it gives before this becomes something ugly, but just the fact that fucking there was a felon on the presidential stage.
Right. But, and even like, take both of them off the, like, I'm 35. I don't know if I've seen like one politician that like I actually like. My entire, like, is there one? I think all of them are liars. I think they all use it for their personal gain, which I get, but like, they're going up there like like what they say means anything. Like, it doesn't mean anything. They're just trying to win, and then whatever they want to do when they get in there is what they do. I feel worse for the musicians, because like they at least, that's how they make their money, right on the road. Like, they don't make any money if they don't go on the road. So I get that.
Well, some of these bands weren't putting nothing out anyway.
Right.
Leonard Skinner's out for the 18th time, the tour, another farewell tour, and the brothers have been dead for fucking 34 years or something, since my mother died in 79. I mean, we have, as a country, it's mediocrity. It's mediocrity. We don't even go for the good anymore. It's mediocrity. I've been in Jersey here 4 fucking years.
Mm-hmm.
You know me. I'm a fat fuck, dog. I love the look of food, the smell of food, and
You know me.
even the food. Like if I don't go to my restaurants or my good little haunts, the food is all the same, and it tastes the fucking same. And people will tell you this is the best. Yes, I had my daughter's fucking triple header. There was like a 2-hour wait, so I said, "Let me go to the weed store, get refuel for the last game." And my wife called me. She goes, "I'm going to the pizza place around the corner." I went over there, and the best pizza in town. Blah, blah. I go, "Get me a sausage parm." Today is like a cheat day for me. I fucking took 3 bites and threw it away.
No.
Bread was awful. The sausage, nobody has a spicy Italian like flavor anymore. It tastes like fucking Jones's little sausage links with mozzarella cheese on it. And the guy cut the sausage. So it looked like kielbasa. I'm like, no.
Especially if you're high and then you get, and if you still don't like it when you're high, because I'll eat anything when I'm high.
No, I won't eat it. I threw it away and fucking ate corn nuts.
Oh.
That's how pissed off I was. I ate when I got home and shit.
I don't believe it's funny. I did a what is it called when you raise money for a show, whatever it's called. Like we're raising money for a fundraiser for a softball thing last night, and I've been trying to like ad lib some stuff. So I just made some jokes about taking edibles at a softball game and getting like they all bring their cups and they get drunk. It blows my mind like how like those games, those sporting events, the parents get fucked up. Like you're by far like you're probably the most sober one there at most of these events.
Well, I'll tell you what. The first 3 years we played, it was a lot of fun. I never drank, but the people would drink.
Mm-hmm.
Between me and you was a little much for me. In my business, I do fucking mushrooms and reefer. I can't judge somebody because they drink, but it was a couple times. I dosed a couple parents. One time a parent couldn't fucking get up. We had to walk him to the car. But we played them this year. And I couldn't believe how whacked they were. And from what I'm hearing, they're whacked every time they play. The coaches, the assistants, the
coaches too?
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
And they got mad at me. The old team got mad at me for smoking dope at a game in my car, fucking a half a mile away from the stadium. It wasn't my fault. The wind was blowing. What am I, a fucking sailor? I don't know. Nautical, not Joe. I don't fucking know nothing about this shit.
And like a kid's game is like you kind of have to be high. All you're gonna do is sit there and cheer anyways, and like stare. When people like parents get into fights when they're drunk, they start yelling. You're never gonna do that high. Like a kid's game is almost you kind of have to take an edible sometimes.
I've witnessed 2 fights, and I didn't even get up off my chair.
Really? What were they fighting about?
One day, the coach from another team said something, and it was kind of. You could have taken it both ways. I didn't take it the wrong way, but the girl's parent did. And they started yelling at each other from the fences, and people were pulled and people were held. And then in a tournament last year, one of the moms got drunk and went over to the other side, started yelling. I'm like, she's going to get beat up. That's got nothing to do with me. Domestic violence is going to be big here today. Because this is New Jersey. You start drinking at one of those softball games, a wife punches another wife, a husband gets involved. That's like fucking not for me. I don't even want to be in the footage.
No.
Let me tell you what happened. So Saturday, I had 3 fucking games.
Okay.
I had a party at 5. I got home like at 4:30. I'm like, I'm not going anywhere. I got to take a shower. And I got to fucking relax for a while. It was one of those days you're out in the sun, you walk a mile to get your car, then you got to bring equipment back, then you forgot your fucking lighter. I'm wiped. It was like 6,000 steps, and I didn't even exercise. It was just walking to the fucking car and back. I get home. I take a little nap for like 45 minutes. I get up, and my buddy's playing at 7 o'clock, about 45 minutes away. Now I know. A mosquito bit me.
Ah, damn.
Right behind the fucking neck. Jesus Christ, that cocksucker. These Jersey mosquitoes, they bite you in the weirdest places. They don't bite you in the arm. They'll bite you on the toe. They'll bite you on the heel. These fucking Jersey mosquitoes are cocksuckers, dirty cocksuckers. So, it was starting at 7, I thought. And then I looked at it started at 8. So I took a shower, got dressed, jumped in the car, and went down. And now before I knew I'm going down, I'm walking into the fucking mouth of the lion. People are going to torture me, the whole thing. But I get to see my buddies.
Right.
My buddy from the 7th grade is his band, and all my other friends that live down the shore now go to those ones. Then he has events up north.
Okay.
Friends up north go. I don't tell these people when I'm performing. And you're going to find out why. Yeah. And I love them. I love them all like family. I really do. It was a great night for me. I saw a couple people I hadn't seen in a long time. I saw one of my brothers. I saw another brother that I haven't spoken to in maybe 30 years. Him and I were very tight together. We're out in Colorado for a while. I saw some girls. And then one of my buddies was there.
Oh, Jesus.
One of my buddies was there that I used to go to a bunch of concerts with, right? I had a tremendous smoothie for lunch I made upstairs. I think I put too much yogurt in that motherfucker today. My stomach's fire, Jack. Protein, yogurt, coconut. Well, I fucking doped it up today. So me and him used to go to a lot of concerts, man, when we were kids. We hung out tight from like maybe 1980 till about 19. We hung out tight for maybe 2 years. All of us were a little drug group, and we'd go to all the concerts, and we went to see AC/DC with Def Leppard. We went to see Ozzy. We went to see fucking Judas Priest. I mean, me and these guys went to a lot of shows together, and good shows. One of the best stories is where I became the ball buster Delu. We went to a concert in the city. I think we went to see AC/DC that time. And with the new singer, it was the first tour, Back in Black. And we did Window Pane Acid.
Okay.
And we'll
That's
walk
not on the paper? Okay.
It's on the paper. No, it's not on the paper. It's like a 4-way. This was like a 4-way, 4 tabs for $10. Damn. You could do one, or you could split it 4 ways. I just take the whole one. I mean, why fuck around?
So you're walking into the concert.
So to be honest with you, he got the story wrong. When I thought about it at home, we mixed up stories. We had gone to a couple concerts together, but one night we came back and we took a bus, and it was the wrong bus. So we ended up like in Fairview, New Jersey, and we had to walk like maybe 2 miles home. No biggie. You're on acid. You don't want to go home. You're giggling. And somebody must have broken into a business, and the alarm was going off. This was about 11:30 at night. Wow. And after a couple minutes, this guy stops and he looked at me and goes, "Bro, none of you guys are reacting to that siren." And we're like, "No." And I look at my buddy, I'm like, "Don't say nothing to him." And he's like, "No, I don't hear the siren." He's like, we walk like 2 more minutes. He stops again. He's like, "You got to tell me you motherfuckers don't hear that siren." And we're like, "I'm telling you, we don't hear it. You're just hearing things." And he's like, No, I'm not hearing things. This acid isn't doing this to me. And we're like, "Bro, just keep walking and relax. I don't hear no siren." And he's like holding his ears. I mean, it was loud. He's holding his ears going, "How the fuck do you not hold that?" So we're like on a busy fucking road, like Kennedy Boulevard. And he's looking around. And we're still in Fairview. We're walking down by there's a diner up on Fairview Boulevard there before you hit North Bergen. And he looks around. He's sweating. It had just rained. And it was humid. And the acid, he was fucking drenched. All of us were. But to make matters worse, the green light was on. Cars were going back and forth. This motherfucker looked in the middle of the street and just took off. Took off into the middle of the street. Cars are beeping at him and shit. I'm like, that's it. This guy's dying tonight. I'm like, thank God. Somebody's going to get hit by a car in front of me.
Thank God. Oh, that's not the response I was expecting.
And all of a sudden he bends over and he takes the water from a puddle.
Oh, no.
Pothole on the street with like fucking ants on it and shit. And he goes over to the puddle and starts throwing the water in his face. He goes, I can't stop hearing this siren. He must have thrown 10 handfuls on his face and just ran fucking home.
How old were you?
16.
I love that. Do you think it was the acid that like you and your buddy like connected?
About 17, huh?
Was it the acid that you and your buddy connected? Like, we're gonna fuck with this guy?
Fuck with this guy. We knew it right off the bat. We laughed the whole fucking way home. He ran home. We went by his house. We threw rocks at the window. He wouldn't answer it and shit.
He's still hearing it. Oh my god. And this guy you saw at the show was the second guy?
This guy at the show was no, this guy was the one we did it to.
No.
Yeah, I was tight with him. We were real tight. I kept in touch.
Sounds like it.
He lived in Florida with my other buddy. My buddy died when he moved back. And then he's been thrown off Facebook like 8 times. You know, he's a Trumper. He argues with people on Facebook. He had to go to a Facebook therapy group. You know, Facebook sends you for 6 weeks. And
was he like the first Owen Benjamin? Why you're giving people drugs and they lose their mind?
He lost his mind. So Saturday night, I'm talking, I give him a big hug, and he's telling me like it was his birthday.
Okay.
He's telling me how good it was to see, and it was good to see him and another drug dealer buddy of mine. That's a fucking, me and him were criminals, and now he's like fucking Johnny Bananas. And so I'm talking to him, you know, and there's a lot of people there, a lot of old girls like that you grew up with, and I was talking to them, and I was trying to watch the band, and I go, I'm never gonna watch the band. These people aren't gonna let me. Like, they're gonna keep asking me creepy questions.
Right.
And a bunch of the wait staff and the manager came over. We'd like to take a picture. I said, absolutely. I mean, the bar was great. The bar was great. The food looked good. I just wasn't, you know, in the mood to eat. I was just in the mood to fucking giggle and see people. So I walked to the stage for the second set. And that's when I noticed things are getting a little wild. People were starting to dance like hillbilly moves to Huey Lewis and the News and shit. And that's when I get fidgety and shit. And one of my buddies that knows me came up to me and he goes, hey, Lisa's looking for you, his wife, you know, who was a dear friend of mine. He goes, oh, there you are. He goes, Lisa's looking for you, but she thought you left already and didn't say goodbye. I go, nah, I'll say goodbye to them before I leave. She goes, she thought you slipped out the back door. I go, no, not yet. And I look and I see one of my buddies dancing like a lobster, like creepy crawler. And I was like, well, it's time to go. So
she called it before. I wouldn't have been surprised if you just left.
I looked at the clock. It was I got there about 7:15. It was about 9:30. I was starting to get itchy already. I took some edibles I had, but they didn't work. Some fucking crazy shit I had. And I just took them to see what happened. They didn't work. So all these people fucking waiting there and talking and all this. And I just turned around and started walking towards the door. And I saw my one drug dealer buddy, good guy. We've been friends since we were 15. And I just smiled at him. And I saw somebody else. I just kept walking towards the door. Right? I keep walking towards the door. And then the guy that ran home and put the puddle of water in his face, I hear ba-boom, bah, and I hear a bunch of women yelling. He got knocked out. Some guy hit him, punched him really hard. He banged his head on the bar, and then he banged his head on the sidewalk. Wow. So, like, I looked over. I wanted to see what was going on, but everybody was rushing. And I go, I don't want to get over there because they take pictures, and I'm going to go to jail for 20 years. Somebody's going to say I grabbed them. I'm going to get sued. So I just kept walking towards the fucking door like nothing happened, you know, and I just went to my car. Everybody was running for the commotion. I just got in my car, started it, and took off. And then when I got home, people were calling me, got knocked out. The ambulance had to come and put him in the ambulance. He woke up in the ambulance. He didn't know who his friends were and shit. I'm like, that's because he still got that acid left in him from 1980.
It knocked it loose. That's cool. Because if you hadn't left, there would have been a problem. Like, you would have got stuck there. You might have got roped into it.
I would have got involved off the bat, but there was 200 gorillas there. He didn't need my fucking 61-year-old fat ass, and he's 62. So he was getting into a fight when he's 62. Listen, at my age, I'm not going out looking for no problems. I ain't no fucking UFC fighter. I'm here to protect myself. if I could I'll do the best I can, but I'm not going out to bars and getting drunk and telling people political shit and fucking, that's the wrong shit to talk about when you're fucking drinking now. But anyway, let's get this motherfucker started. What up, Mook?
Good to see you, buddy.
It's a beautiful fucking Tuesday, a new month, a new set of rules, a new set of fucking heat, a new set of problems. It's beautiful.
Oh, I'm so happy. I was laughing right before we started. You were telling a story about just like leaving. I did that at a bar. I had to go up to Maine for my day job, and they went out to we were out on a boat, and then we went to dinner, and then they wanted to go to another bar, and I was there for about 12 minutes, and they had a DJ, and people were dancing, and there's nothing I like more than leaving, really anywhere. I love just walking out. So is that something that you do a lot? I've never like you always told me when it's time to go, it's time to go. But like I didn't know you were.
Once we see this, that means wrap it up. We got 30 seconds. We don't even have a minute. We got 30 seconds.
I'm already on the way out.
Things are already starting to get fidgy. Once I see people getting drunk, like people already, like the other night when I got there, nobody was drunk. It was 7:15.
Right.
These guys are all my age or 10 years younger. They've been drinking since they were 3.
Right.
That means they have 6 beers now, and their tolerance goes down, and they get loose. A lot of those people also work. They don't like. I was talking to one girl I'm tight with. She's like a fucking regional manager for ShopRite. She retired from Pathmark.
Wow.
And ShopRite hired her out of retirement. So she was telling me, she goes, I stay in every fucking night. But when I come here, I start drinking 3 hours before I get here. She was fucked up.
Wow.
So I get it. I wasn't there to judge anybody or nothing. Like, bro, everybody has a different journey. These people probably work 6 days a week. When they have that one day off, they go fucking apeshit without their kids and the husband and,
Oh, yeah. But for me, it's not even like a bar thing. Like, I love, like, if it's just people going over to someone's house, or I get uncomfortable. I'm good with like 2 or 3 people, and then it just starts to be like I get quiet. I don't. It might not be a good thing, but I just prefer to be by myself. I'm like, let's get the fuck out of here.
I'm the type of listen. What's that movie with Denzel where he says you don't have no time for goodbyes or something?
Man on Fire.
Yeah. Once I saw that, I go, I'm not crazy.
No.
I hate saying goodbye to people. Especially the last 10 years, because I'll never leave. I'll never get out of there.
Really?
And once they start drinking, hey, one question. Like the other night I went to play bocce, and I didn't know the kid next to me was like a JRE historian.
Oh, no.
Next to him, he was all giggly and weird and shit. And I'm like, all right. And right away, we started talking. I could tell this guy was a JRE fucking historian, and he wasn't going to let me go. If he had 4 drinks in him, forget it.
No.
They want to chit-chat. I'm not drunk, so I'm on a different fucking level. I'm high, and maybe I'm sober, and you want to talk to me drunk and tell me a story that's going to last and last and last. I got to go. Call me in the fucking morning, and we could go over this. But when it's time to go, it's time to go. I don't want to hear no story. I'll tell you whatever you want to hear on the way to the car. I'll be right back. Let me go get you a joint. I got 500 of coffee. You wait right there. I'll go get it. Gone.
Have you left it? Because like you never left me, but I always made sure to know where you were. But like, did you ever leave someone who like wanted to? Oh, we'll be right there.
All the fucking time. All the time.
Why? Well, what did they do? They just weren't ready.
Pay attention. They were playing that drunk shit. I've left girls. Girls are the number one culprit.
Really?
They start talking shit, and Nancy on the way out, and the girlfriend says, make sure you call me. Listen, I'm gone. We're going to snort 2 grams of blow. What do you want? She ain't going to call you till Tuesday.
Oh, so you would do it before cell phones. Like you were doing it like back in the day.
I was doing it to Rogan and those guys. Ask Redman. I was leaving those motherfuckers everywhere along the city. I tell them I'm coming right back, getting my cab or Uber or a fucking ride from the doorman. Pew, stop at this place, get a nice chicken cutlet sandwich, take me back to the hotel. Go upstairs, roll a fucking joint, eat the sandwich, go downstairs, smoke another joint, come up, finish the other half the sandwich, drink the soda, get a bag of M&Ms at the fucking checkout at the hotel. Come on, dog, some peanut M&Ms while you're watching Law and Order, and your feet are fucking up on the bed. You're looking at your toenails thinking they need to get cut, but not tonight.
Oh, that sounds so much better. There's nothing I like more than getting high and eating in a hotel room by myself.
Dog, there's different people that like different things. That's why, if it's up to me, since the time I was 16, all I want to do is you come pick me up at about 7:45.
Okay.
We take a ride to a dealer's house or to Harlem. We go get a quick dime bag. We roll a joint. We smoke it on the drive. We stop for a hot dog or a Carvel ice cream soda. And you drop me off at 9:45. You did your job for the night. That's a great evening. You don't need to go to a bar, and I don't have to say goodbye and all that fucking nonsense. I hate bars now.
Yeah.
I hate bars now more than ever.
What's changed?
I was around it for too long.
Oh, in the comedy clubs?
Comedy clubs, my mother's bar, when I was out drugging, it's been too long. I hated bars in 85. I swore that if I ever got on North Bergen, I would never go to a fucking bar again. And I stayed out of one for like 4 fucking years.
Wow.
I don't like bars. There's nothing about a bar that I like except promoting a party. Like at a cool bar, I would like it with my friends and reefer and TVs and fucking, everything else that goes with a DJ. But besides that, I don't know. I've always felt like there's a potential for something bad at a bar.
Yeah.
And I've seen it. And I've seen it. So, you're at a bar hanging out. This guy pulls a fucking gun, whatever. And I got to talk to cops. I'm not into all that. But the real reason is I was never drunk. So I don't understand it. I don't understand the lingo. I don't understand what happens to people after they drink. I'm a student of it. I'll sit and watch it. If you don't fucking torture me, I'll sit and watch you get drunk and love it. I'll even send you drinks.
Really?
Yeah. I'm one of those guys. I'll send you over a fucking drink.
Do you like people, do you like watching them get drunk, or how do you pick your person?
I'll be sitting there eating at a restaurant, and I'll just pick 2 people at the bar that are having a great time drinking. And it makes me very jealous because I never had that quality. Mm-hmm. I never had the quality to stay at a place and have 2 sociables and drink, unless when I was doing drugs. But for me right now, after the podcast, to get in the car and go to a bar and have a beer, no desire. Unless it's a mug, a frozen mug, like you've had it in the refrigerator for 2 years, like freeze pipe, or and it's got to have like something to pick on. So I enjoy like clams on a half shell with some hot sauce and some fucking horseradish and some cocktail sauce, a little bit of lemon. I like that. How many beers am I going to drink? 1.
Right. Until the clams are done, and then you go home.
Then I go home.
I don't blame. I'm jealous of that too. I'm very envious of people who are okay in social situations, or being out in a crowded place and just talk. It's interesting to me that you don't like it, because it seems like you would.
To a degree.
Mm-hmm.
The beginning of it. Like the 8 o'clock show. I like those people. The 10 o'clock show, after the 10 o'clock show, they're a great audience, but they're fucking lit.
Oh, yeah.
You don't understand what they're saying. They're spitting on you. They're offering you coke. They're offering you their sister. It's fucking insane. It's fucking insane. And that I like. I like the socializing after a comedy show. But for me to leave a comedy show and go to a bar like Bert.
Oh, I know.
Woof. Bert's a motherfucker. That's why I love Bert.
And he loves it.
He loves it. He'll fit right. He'll go to any college bar, go in there, drink with motherfuckers till they all fall down. He's still walking around pounding his chest. Gotta love that. That's a great quality to have. Like I said, I wish. It's so weird. When you start cocaine, you're very extroverted. Right. And then at the end, you become very introverted. Like towards the end, you could come up to me and go, let's go back to your house. I got, a clean pussy and a shiny asshole, and I don't know. I don't want people around me. And that started bothering me. Like for the last, I quit Coke in 2007. From like 2003 to 2007, I didn't like mingling with people no more.
And like that, the booze wouldn't do it either, or the booze just wouldn't even really work when you're doing that much Coke.
The booze works, but the amount of Coke I was doing, it would just burn right through it. You could feel the alcohol burning every time you do a line of Coke. I could drink like fucking, I can outdrink people when I do Coke.
Oh yeah, isn't that the point? Like, I don't know. I've never done it.
Yeah, the soberness of it. I don't know. And now I'm to a point where I taste alcohol and I don't like the taste of it. It's like edibles sometimes that are gummies. If you eat a lot of them at one shot, you get that taste of like alcohol, like vodka, and you're like, what the fuck? You know?
That's funny. Because that happens like when you drink sometimes. Like if you drink and you throw up on vodka, like you don't like vodka anymore. The stars were hard to get down towards the end, but we also had to eat like 15 of them. But
yeah, and they tasted like fucking ether alcohol. Like they were just god awful at the end. I couldn't even, I'm having a problem with all that shit now. Anyway, so that's why I eat the chocolate mushrooms. Like I like the Fungi Farms. They have the best fucking not peanut brittle, but the other one, like peppermint bark.
Oh, yeah.
Holy shit, it's fucking good. And I'll eat a half a bar and go play bocce. Woo, I'm off and running for 2 hours.
How is bocce going? You having fun?
We won a couple games. We got slaughtered last week. Quickly.
Really?
I mean, we scored points. We lost like 11-7. But they took us out in 13 minutes.
How long is like a normal bocce game or match?
It started at 8:30 and we were done by 8:45.
No, but like a normal one, would it take till 9? Would it take
half hour, 45 minutes, give or take. Listen, man, it's an activity for me.
Okay.
It's one night out of the house. Oh shit. Oh yeah. Mercy's got a baseball game tomorrow night. But I'll boogie after the baseball game. And then Wednesday, I don't know if I'm going to the dojo or not. I don't know what I'm doing this week.
No, it's a light week.
Yeah, it might be a light week. I've been writing, which is good. I tightened up that joke about Hamas.
I love that joke.
There was one other joke that I was tightening up a little bit that I liked. Listen, man, it comes and it goes. It is what it fucking is, Hey,
at least you wanted to write. What made you do that?
I really enjoy that. That's the part of stand-up I fucking love, is building a set.
Really? That's your favorite part?
Yeah. Everything else is bullshit.
Wow.
Like I always, even when I wasn't doing it for the time, I missed thinking about the words. When you do stand-up, you have to think of your words a lot. You have to place them in different things. And I started doing that 6 months ago. And then every day I write something. I'll journal and then I'll open up the comedy thing. Even if I just put a premise in there I was thinking about. Like how my cat looks at me when I'm putting my sleep apnea machine on. I was writing about that the other day. Like, she can't believe it. Then I sit down, she comes next to me, she's ready to get petted, and I got to go, hold on 1 second. I got to put the fan on, and I got to fucking do this and fix the mask and clean it. And then I clean my toes and I scratch my feet. Then I put the mask on. The whole time she's looking at me like, what the fuck is he doing with that mask on? Listen, is it funny? No. But you make it funny.
And it might be fun. Like, you could put it somewhere. I love the relationship you have with that cat, with Gray. Like when I was there a couple, whatever it was, 2 weeks, like you were like, all right, in about 20 minutes, she's going to come down and she's going to start talking shit. And like clockwork, like you call every move that she does.
I know her like a fucking, once my wife goes up, that's not good enough for her. She has to come down and get me. And she won't go up till I go up. Or she'll go up and sit on top of the stairs and I'm like, God damn it. I tried to take a nap this afternoon. She wasn't having it. She just kept licking my fingers.
Really?
Picking me up and scratching her nose with my hands on my hip. I can't scratch her, but she's up there fucking scratching and waking me up and doing little meows. Meow. Yeah, she doesn't really want to wake me up. But listen, man, when you have a pet, dog, cat, bird, longevity is king.
Yeah.
Longevity, you bring the best out of an animal, and that animal brings the best out of you. And you've already cut through the bullshit. You feed them, you clean their litter box, you pet them, you give them love. They know where they stand. You know, it's funny. On Instagram, they have these cat lovers. And I've been following a lot of them lately. They're more interesting than anybody else on there. And there's like this one page, like there's one cat that, Bruno is his name. I told you about him, the Siamese that attacks his fucking owner.
Oh, yeah.
So bad Bruno, day 23, day 24. But then they have these other ones, and they tell you about cats. And then they have these other ones that they tell you about the distinctive cat that you may have. Like she's a tuxedo. So I was watching it the other day, and it was right on cue. It was right on cue. So after she chases me upstairs,
right,
jumps on the bed with me, I pet her. And once I start getting comfortable, she takes off and she goes to eat. Now she could eat because everybody's at rest. And now she could play fucking warrior. And she'll either come back and lay next to me, facing the fucking door, waiting for somebody to come in to attack him. She weighs 6 pounds if she's lucky, you know? And then at night, about 4, she gets off the bed and stands by the door, guarding us all night long.
What would happen? Because I know you've gotten closer over the years, obviously, but like when you would be gone, would your animals like get upset with you?
Both. Like last night I went to bed and I hugged my wife before I hugged Gray. This morning I woke up, she took a shit in front of my toilet.
Do you usually hug her first?
Whoever's closest to me, you know.
That's so funny. You basically have like another relationship, like you have like a girlfriend with this cat.
It's fucking unreal. It's unreal. But people have them with dogs. Some people have them with snakes. It's amazing what a pet will do for your life.
Yeah.
You don't know, especially if you're lonely, you're going through shit. Go to the pound, save a cat, feed it, give it love, and before you know it, man, you got a home. You got a home, somebody else. Now you got to get home by a certain time to feed somebody, to clean their litter box, to play with them. And now you're home. It's really weird how it begins with an animal, dog, cat, raccoon, whatever the fuck it is, you know. I mean, if you get a raccoon when he's a baby, I think you could raise him because you give him love and
people do it with bears. Like I wouldn't, that's terrifying to me, but like they do it with everything.
Skunks.
Oh shit.
People do it with skunks. They descent them and they have a pet skunk. They're the cutest fucking things in the world. You know,
I would have thought you would have like, what would you do if you walked into someone's house and they had a pet skunk? You'd be okay?
If it got sprayed, if they took that stink bomb pellet that they shoot at you, they turn around, they show you their ass, and they fucking, you know, it's
the worst.
You ever seen it when they turn like that and they start shooting?
Yeah, no, I had it. Luckily, they didn't get me.
Who'd they get? Your dog?
No, it was in my childhood home. We had a basement and like there was a little like lowered area right outside of it, like under the deck, but like you had to jump up. It was like a 4 or 5 foot ledge, and they couldn't get out. And we went in there to try to get it, and it just was terrified and sprayed. But it smelled for like 2 months. That shit is strong.
That shit is strong. You got to put tomato juice on the dog and lemon juice and fucking, and then you can buy that shit.
The skunk thing?
You go to a hunting shop.
Okay.
You could buy a skunk scent that they take it out of the skunk. Bro, whenever you have to go to like a party, you want to get out of there quick.
You're not even doing stink bombs anymore. You're doing skunk bombs over people.
All it takes is 3 drops and people start panicking.
How many times did you have to do it to figure that out? You're like, 2's not enough, but 4 is a little bit too much.
3 times in different situations and shit. I was the master of that stuff. Like in 83 and 84, my buddy used to sell those things. You threw them on the floor and they smelled like a rotten egg. Like,
yeah, stink bombs.
Horrible.
Yeah.
Those things were horrible. and I'd blow them up and walk to the other side. Like I throw them like 50 yards, they would hit the wall.
Oh no!
What the fuck?
Those are I remember like the last day of 8th grade. These kids like were like terrorists with them. Like it was the end of the day, last day. They threw them down in one area, and then as everyone was like rushing out, they went in the other. Like knew where we were gonna go and hit it again. That like, who even invented a stink? Like that's it's so fucking stink. It smells so bad. Like who would do that to people? Like, do they even still have them? Now I kind of want to get them.
You could definitely find them. Heavy duty ones too. They smell like they smell like Hamas, like Palestine right now. It's just death and
they bottle it over there.
And apocalypse dust and shit.
Oh no. I can't even. I never did any of that. I would. Did you ever? So, like, where would you get stink bombs? Like back before the internet, like, where would you go?
There was a guy in New York City. Well, and this is 83, 84. I was out of high school.
Okay.
I was an adult, or at least trying to function as one. Here I am throwing stink bombs and shit.
You were an adult?
Yeah, it was like 83. I was maybe 20, 21.
Oh my God. Okay.
And when I was in 83, I got introduced to skunk set. And it wasn't for the purposes you think. A guy introduced it to me because he goes, when you put this outside somebody's door, they come out of the house. And then you could go in there and rob them.
Oh my God, he was using it as a diversion?
Yeah, as a diversion. Because if you put a little skunk outside somebody's window and they always go, oh my God, there's a skunk outside. And they'll go out and look to see if there's a skunk. And right there you hide in the trees with a BB pellet and fucking get them in the forehead, and then you fucking go in. But this was for a different type of mission. It wasn't for a robbery. It was to get a guy out of the house. So I practiced with it for a while. But I bought my first bottle in West New York. I saw it at Levy's Sporting Goods when I was a kid. There was a hunting department. Anyway, you go anywhere. Walmart will probably have it. Just for kicks. You don't want to work a comedy club, take a bottle with you. The headliner's on stage, you spray some of that in the fucking under one of the chairs. And people go off in those, because that club in St. Louis, Helium, they were underneath like a toilet thing in the basement. And every time somebody flushed, the whole thing smelled like shit. And the first night I kept smelling it, and I'm like, man, somebody's farting. And then the second night, people get up. And I asked them, why are you leaving? Did I say something offensive? They know, no, the smell of the room is offensive. It was terrible. Every time somebody flushed, you were like, oh.
Oh no. What about flappers? They had the same thing. Luckily it wasn't in the showroom.
Where'd they have it? In the bathroom?
In the bathroom. Yeah. Their bathroom always overflowed. Like it stunk.
I don't remember that. That.
But you would think there'd be more stink bomb. Like I think that time in 8th grade was the last time I smelled one.
Oh no, I still smell them now. This is Jersey. There's walking stink bombs. There's people. They're just walking stink bombs. There's some of those around. They got on a train and you go in there and they're riding by themselves like it's a beautiful day in America. Try sitting next to them.
That's a different thing. Do you think they just don't smell themselves? But if it's that, like, there's people who it's bad.
I don't know, man. I gave a homeless guy like a $5 bill 3 weeks ago. I was going into New York City and he was speaking Spanish. I said, what the fuck? He's a Spanish guy. Maybe it's God. I gave him $5 bill. 2 feet away from him, it smelled like piss, shit, and burnt cigarettes. Like cigarettes that you turn off and then you light on fire again.
Oh,
but
no.
It was overwhelming with piss and shit. You know, I don't know. You want to pick them up and take them somewhere to clean them off. You feel bad. Remember by us, by the YMCA, if you went to the next corner of the Y and made that left like you were headed to Lancashire.
Okay.
It was like a little church in there. And 2 days a week, they would come with a trailer. Some company would give out free T-shirts, toothbrushes.
Yeah.
I went over there a few times. I didn't shower, but I would watch to see what they're doing. I was like, what the fuck are all these guys doing here? I thought they were like Mexicans waiting for work. But they were the white guys. I go, what the fuck is this? White dudes waiting for work and a couple black dudes? What's going on with the world? And I looked close and it's like a fucking truck that comes with showers, 8 different showers. And They
I
give
love the.
there was like a fucking doctor there checking blood pressures, and
Oh
pulling
wow.
shit, you know.
He wasn't a doctor. I love that you had to say that you didn't take a shower. Like, can you imagine getting into that line? Like, I just want to be. I want to take it. What is like if you're last in line? Like the floor of that shower has to be.
I feel bad for the other guys when they get my fungi toe, and I get their fucking whatever they're living with, and their fucking disgusting little clackers.
Oh, when at like at jujitsu or the gym when you shower.
No, there's no shower at jiu-jitsu.
Oh, okay.
So we do our thing, and everybody leaves. You switch your t-shirt, you take off your pants, you come with other stuff. I walk in with a jiu-jitsu gi, so I don't have to change there.
Right.
And once it's done, I take the pants off. I put on like shorts, flip-flops, a t-shirt just to get me home. I'm not stopping.
No.
I don't give a fuck. I just don't want to stink, and I don't want that moisture. You see how much I itch? That's moisture. That means that I was walking, like if I'll go to a red light sauna and I want to leave there in a rush, but I forget to dry my fucking back. Then 2 days later, I'm scratching like poison ivy got a hold of me.
Fuck. Knock on wood, I never had that.
Yeah, that's what my fucking shit is. But back to what we were talking about before, about writing stand-up comedy.
Mm-hmm.
If you go on Google and you Google it, you have a bunch of bums trying to teach you how to write comedy, you know. A lot of people just try to teach you how to write comedy, not stand-up. But that's
okay.
I would love for 10 comics to really get serious and all of us write a book on our writing process to really show the open micer. Listen, I knew there was a little writing when I got into stand-up, but as you mature and get into it, you learn the levels. You know, I've been watching the Young Comedian special again because that's how I learned comedy. And it's amazing. When I watch it now, it's like, wow, he did that. He did that. You know, I watched a lot of comedy and I didn't know how to write. Till this day, I don't know how to write comedy. I don't have a fucking formula for it, you know, but I know that you have a good premise and you take it on stage a little bit and then you work it at home and you take it on stage. I love that process.
So the whole process of going, because you kind of have to go on stage to adjust it, right? Or can you edit jokes that you haven't done? Like if you're sitting looking at your notebook, could you adjust it without like, oh, this will be better?
I wrote a joke a few months ago. It was a throwaway joke. It was for my gay cousin. He swallowed first time I said it, I said he sucks so many dicks when he speaks to you, ghosts come out.
Okay.
Something
I like that.
I went home and I figured out the word was swallowed so many loads when he speaks. Ghosts come out.
Interesting.
And then you add the second tag to that. And the third, now you're working with something. You get 3 tags. Maybe the joke is clunky, but in a month, something else will pop up and that joke will fit right in. Now you got a joke, a 2-minute joke.
Yeah.
You used the one. So all that process is great. Then you're like, oh man, I'm going to use a fuck here. I got to lose a fuck somewhere. I'll take this fuck out of there. And then pray to God you don't say it on stage. But as long as you make that adjustment on paper, you'll make the adjustment on stage.
It would be great to have, like, especially like if you did a book like that, it'd be great to have, because every comic is going to have a different system. Because that's I think for me at least right now the most frustrating part about comedy is there really isn't a path or like at jobs you go from this position to this position. Everyone's thing is different because you're doing it by yourself. And it's just by your 1,000% by yourself. So everyone's gonna have a little different way of looking at it, and you have no idea where to start.
No, and that's what comics are lost. And people would think, oh, you didn't miss performing as much. Not really. Not really. I could fucking have to get in the car and go a half hour. I could just get a notebook, a cup of coffee, and a joint.
Right.
You know, some of those nights we eat those mushrooms, we get off the phone and shit, and I start giggling by myself. I come right back here and get a notebook. let's be honest, the next day they're garbage. But I still made an effort to come right here and write them. How many times do you get up at 2 a.m. and go, that's a good joke? I'll remember it in the morning. And you're like, God damn it, I should have gotten up. So you put a pad by your bed, with a pen always, with a little light so you can roll up at 4 a.m, you know. It's not a good idea because if you have an addictive personality like mine, if you wrote one, you got to write a second one. And if you write a second one, you got to write a third one. And next thing you know, it's 5:30 in the morning. You got to get up at 7:30 to get a bus to fucking Canada to
Jesus.
smuggle fucking immigrants in or whatever the fuck it is that you do.
But it's even like the little thing that because I just switched to a pen and paper because I just usually had my phone. And even that, like just getting to the notes app, sometimes I'll forget it.
Absolutely. The one thing I saw more than ever was people going up on stage and looking at their phones. I mean, Shane does it. All those motherfuckers do it. But it's like, you know, people having a problem with Savage Silverman bringing up a note years ago. I walked into one of those arguments, and I'm like, listen, whatever it takes to fuck. I wish I had the balls to bring up a joke. I'd be a lot funnier. But not really, because then I'd be concentrating on the sheet.
Right. I think it depends on how the show's advertised. Like I went to a show with a guy who was like, I'm working on stuff, and he had a whole stack of note cards, but he would just look at it and put it down and do the joke. I've noticed a lot of people like will look at their phone the whole time, or they'll spend hours scrolling through their phone.
You spend the whole fucking day looking at people on their phones.
Mm-hmm.
I just paid $25. I want to see you get on your phone to tell me a joke.
Right.
Do you understand where I'm coming from? I mean, how many times did I get off stage and you go like, that was a great set? Fuck. I didn't try that joke. I wish I could put a pencil and paper up on stage. From my world of stand-up, it wasn't professional to bring up a piece of paper and stuff. I'd rather eat a bag of dicks than go, hold on 1 second, and look under a hat that I have on stage like I did many a time in my first 5 years. I did that many a time.
And like you just mentioned, like some big comics do it. Obviously, I'm not comparing myself to them at all, but it's to me as like an audience member, I think you're right. Like it kind of makes you realize like, oh, this is something they're reciting. Whereas like if you just go up there, sometimes you don't even know if they've ever said it. It's like more, I don't know, because you wouldn't do that in a real conversation. You wouldn't look at your phone to figure out what to say.
No, so I don't get it. To each his own. I mean, some people take it. Some people go, fuck it. It doesn't bother us. I just think that once people, first off, this shit of me charging people $30 to work out material, I didn't like that either towards the end. That was an agent-induced conversation. And that's why everybody's doing it now. I don't have the hour, but I'm going to go up there and throw thoughts on you. But at the same time, I'm going to charge you $25 to let you watch a bad show. A comedian, listen to what I'm telling you. A comedian would never allow that.
Right.
The agent has to okay it and say, sure, you can make money doing it, and you do it. If I'm going to do one, remember when I did them at the Ice House? They were fun, and they were $15.
Yeah, they were cheap. I don't even know if they were 15, to be honest. I think sometimes they were 10. Like that I like.
That I like. I don't mind.
As a fan, I like that a lot.
I love Bottom of the Barrel at Joe Rogan's Club with Brian Simpson's show. That's the best show I've done for material.
What do they do?
You go in a bucket. The audience asks questions. You go in a bucket, and you pull them out. And you answer the question with a joke. Some people ask for a topic. Some people ask you a question. That's the way to get your mental going on a Tuesday night.
Right. Have you ever done a show like that and like got a joke from it, like that you actually used?
My favorite night at Joe Rogan's Club is Tuesday night. Brian Simpson, Bottom of the Barrel. He's doing it in Denver now.
I saw that.
Weeks. It's just a great show. It's a great show. Within a year, every club will be doing it on an off night.
Yeah.
I told him fucking copyright the name. And just like Comedy Juice did, he does that. You know, fucking The Stand, Miami Improv, Addison Improv. couple funny bones. I like that idea. But for me to say, oh, well, I don't have material, but I do, and charge you $25, which is nothing on ticket prices, but it's money for me with a door deal.
Right.
I didn't understand that. That's why I like the dojos Wednesday nights. It's always a different, it's me and friends, it's doorman and friends. You know, comedy is not a weekend thing anymore, believe it or not. It's a during the week thing now, especially in this part of the country. I have friends that got comedy clubs and they eat it in the summer, but they survive Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
Right. It's almost easier to go out during the week.
I don't want to be out on a Saturday and Friday at a comedy club. I want to catch them Tuesday and Wednesday when they're fresh. You know, if you go to the Comedy Store, all the comics are out of town on Friday and Saturdays. If you go to Joe's Club, all the comics are out of town except for the headliner they bring in.
Right.
So if you've noticed, the trend has gone to during the week. That's why I love Wednesdays.
It's so cool to see. Like, that's the only thing, and I like the idea of doing it everywhere, but if I'm just thinking of like in these places, if like a newer comic tries to do bottom of the barrel, it could be rough. But
well, it's not for a newer comic. It's really not for a newer comic.
Right.
It's not for an open mic comic. You know this. This is for 4-year and up, 3-year and up type comic. A little bit of road work, maybe an MC spot, a feature spot here. He works consistently. Because if he does go up, you know, he's having a hard time writing. Never mind thinking on his feet and writing.
Mm-hmm.
It's 1 out of 10. And believe it or not, I was very good at thinking off my feet in the beginning on stage. That's why I kept doing it. I'm like, all right, I'll just improvise. I don't need to write jokes. Well, if you need to grow as a comic, you need to write fucking jokes. But in the beginning, I just improvise.
Your entire set?
Yeah, I was really good at it. But again, we had this discussion on the church. It was a 50-50 shot.
Right.
If when it was good, it was really good. When it was bad, it was really bad. So that's not a comic. Your odds are off. The percentages are off. So what would you rather do? I'd rather have a little ammunition and then go on stage with material and take a breather to attack somebody for 2 minutes. A hairdo, not attack, but you know.
Right.
How'd you get here? You having sex tonight? Whatever stupidity you want to say to them. But it was a lot better than me going up there in the old days with 3 minutes of material to lure them. And then, you know, so what are you black guys doing here?
Right.
You know, and like I said, when you're starting out, you don't know. What worked out for me, that I didn't go to it, but it was a muscle. It was always there. And
it's a hard thing to learn.
And for years, I never used it. I won't use it. I refuse to do that shit in a show. Unless it's something that you have to address, let's stick to material so you know where you're at all times. You have a boundary of where you're at.
Okay.
Because when you go on stage, you have to have a pitch. It's a set is a pitch. If you're at work, right? I'm calling you up. Hi, Lee. Joey Diaz, Mutual Insurance. How are you? I expect that pitch to go wrong. You know what? Mr. Diaz, why don't you call here later on when my wife is here? I understand. But in that pitch, it's already written if that question goes sour. And there's 3 replies. Do I know them? No. You know, and then you follow that list. When you don't stick to that list, it falls apart. It falls apart. You've seen this. You've lived it. It falls apart. Every once in a while, we got them good for 5 minutes. Then we take a chance. We should have taken that chance. Now you got to start from scratch again. And I don't have to tell you what that's like. So it's, you know, it's one of those things that's great.
Mm-hmm.
I think that, like I said to you, man, I didn't miss performing. I didn't miss taking pictures. I didn't miss the money. I didn't miss anything. What I missed was the process.
Now, let me ask you this. If, and I know this it wouldn't happen, but if going on stage was just as easy, like if you could open a door in your house and you were in the backstage, like you were on the stage and then people wouldn't bother you, but like you could perform that easily. would that make like would you miss performing as much? Like, is it the getting to the show and dealing with all that you don't like?
Listen, I have a comedy club 20 minutes from my house. Was considered an A room for many years, a stress factory.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing from stopping me from going over there 2 nights a week. The problem is it's a showcase club. It's not a showcase club. It's a headliner club.
Mm-hmm.
So I always have to go in there, and in my world, I got to ask permission from the headliner, man. When I call the owner and he goes, yeah, come by, it's not good enough for me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm walking into somebody else's stage. You have to be respectful.
Right.
If you're a feature, an MC, no worries. But I headline, and he's a headliner. Part of that's a little disrespectful. You know,
if you're going, yeah.
Yeah, somebody asked me last Friday at Bocce last week, am I going to Dave Chappelle? I didn't know when Dave Chappelle was. I go, no. And they go, really? And I go, don't. Ask me if I want to watch a comedy show. I don't. Not something like that. I'd rather go to a showcase club, put a fucking disguise on, sit in the back stoned, and watch 8 comics do 15 minutes. And nobody talk to me. Nobody say a word so I could sink into their comedy. That's my favorite thing in the world to do.
You like the showcase better than the headliner?
Yeah.
Why?
It's like a buffet. I get to eat fucking 8 things instead of 2.
Wow. See, because if I know the person, or even if I don't, I like the headliner. I don't know what it is. I like.
But let's say I go there and I fall in love with a little Jew guy from Boston, Lee Syatt.
Right.
I run home, I go on his website. Now I watch him do 45.
Right.
Do you follow me? There's more to the story. But I'd rather sit in the back and watch 8 different styles.
Mm-hmm.
And watch that audience, that same audience, and see how the 8 different styles work on that same audience. Listen, we put a lot of, as stand-ups, we put a lot of focus on writing. We put a lot of focus on performing. But I think there comes a time where you stop focusing on watching. Listen, there's comics that their egos are so strong, they make up stories, but I don't watch people's specials. I don't want their material in my head, and, you know. The way to grow is to watch people. It's like when you go to acting class and you do the fucking little routines they give you, and you're all excited. I'm doing a fucking scene from fucking Shaft. I'm playing a black guy, but I'm Jewish, you know, whatever. It's great that you're doing that, but it's better when you watch other people and see what their interpretation is of that same movie.
Right.
My acting teacher used to make 3 of us get the same scene and do it all in a row. So it would be me and you doing a scene from Donnie Brasco, the one when you come visit me in the jail, Steve Simone and Renazizi, the one when you come visit him in the cell, and Ari and Duncan.
Okay.
And then like that, you learn 3 different minds, 3 different ways, 3 different people, how they looked at it. Don't get me wrong. 2 people are going to look at it the same. But one guy is going to be different. And that's the guy you learn from. I'm
crazy.
not saying those other 2 guys aren't good. I'm just saying that they didn't go outside their creative box. This guy brought it. Number 3 brought it.
It's to think about like how the audience is like was kind of receiving sounds like a douchey word, but like how the audience is perceiving your act is like, because I had a couple people tell me recently that like when I seemed angry, like if I was talking to an audience member, and in my head I was being silly, and I didn't think of it as that, but like you take that stuff into heart and like try to adjust how you do things if people give you that feedback.
Listen, people are always going to give you feedback. Some people have no idea what they're saying, and their feedback is right on. And some people, listen, when somebody comes up to you that you don't know and says, hey, Lee, you're fat,
mm-hmm.
It bothers you. It's different than me going, what are you doing, you little fat cocksucker?
Right. You
follow me? There's people that come up to you sometimes after a set, you're frustrated enough, and they're like, excuse me, and they start, nobody wants to hear that. You try to be a gentleman and you take it in, Most of the time they're wrong. But every 10 people that you see, maybe they're comedy fans and you don't fucking know it. Like diehard comedy fans.
Yeah, and even if they're not, just like it's not, to me, it's shit. Like some people can just see things, and if they see it like that, there's probably 1,000 other people in the country who would see it like that. And I don't want to change everything that I do, but like I don't want to be doing something if it's coming off the wrong way.
When I used to go to auditions, I would sit by the door and wait till the people I was going up against, I would read, and I would listen to their reads. And let's say 4 of them went up, 2 of them were off the beaten path, 1 of them was on, and the other guy was close. And then I would have to make an assessment between those 2 guys and go in there with something different.
Is it kind of like with stand-up, how like it's not great to go first? Did you like going a few in later on?
No, I always go first. You know me. That's always been my love.
But for auditions, like, is it better to go like 3rd or 4th so you can hear those people?
Yeah, you can listen. You can listen. It's funny. Whenever we did and you see it, you told me a couple of weeks ago, it was pretty intense when you got up there and started hosting right off the bat.
Mm-hmm.
You were scared for a minute, and I go, no, I'm not there to destroy the show. I'll bring a different element as a host, which is great. But when it comes to hosting, like if you come to me and go, what's your favorite hosting, featuring, or headlining? I'd rather get it out of the way, bring my party to the front line, and fuck these motherfuckers up. And interesting, when I go watch Mercy's games, in between innings, when it's their turn to go on the field, guess who runs out there first?
Mercy.
And I watch it every game. She shoots to her position first. You don't ever have to tell her she's out there. You know, I didn't talk to her about that. I never said nothing about it to her. I don't say nothing about her. Let her mother say it or the coach or something. But that's enthusiasm. You want to go up and get it over with and rock them. These guys that got ego, oh, no, I'm a headliner. Okay. That's why you were home the last 3 weekends, Mr. Headliner.
Oh, fuck that. It's so cool. We were talking about it earlier, but just to see you and Mercy is just so awesome.
Again, it's longevity. It's a relationship, you know. It's like that night when you came over. We came home stoned at midnight, and we got the chicken parm, and she came out of the room.
Oh, that was awesome.
In a piece, and that's my world. That a kid gets up at 2 and says, fuck yeah, we're eating. The mother's downstairs furious. What is she doing up? She's got a baseball game in the morning. I'm like, I don't give a fuck. And neither does she. She's fucking 11, you know? She'll sleep when who the fuck knows.
Yeah.
But it's all, listen, one thing I eliminated from my life that I'm doing really good at is crazy. When I left Los Angeles with you, it was too crazy for me. And I had to shut that lifestyle down. I can't have crazy people around me no more. It just irritates me. I did enough for 23 years. For 23 years, I was crazy, and I was surrounded by fucking crazy people. So it's over. Like, I'd rather be around peaceful people. Like I said, I do those softball games. I get fucked up. I put sunglasses on, and I just sit there, and every time the THC starts to wear down, I walk to my car. I take 2 more hits of the one hitter. I spray some Febreze on me, and nobody knows nothing.
I can't even, to be honest with you, the edible got a little bit high at the moment. Fuck, I forgot what I was gonna say.
That's always good, cocksucker. Where are you at this week?
This week I'm at the Saratoga Comedy Works.
Okay,
Friday and Saturday.
What are you doing for the 4th of July?
Nothing. Grilling.
With Mom?
Yeah. Oh yeah, we got the grill, we got the deck going. It'll be good. What do you got going on? Anything fun?
We have 1,000 things. You know, I was just talking about tonight, and she's like, I don't know what we decide on. I don't know. I don't feel like sitting in somebody's yard.
No.
I feel like either being at a beach with my feet on the ocean, somewhere nice, or maybe the city. I was thinking of going to the Yankees-Cincinnati Red game at Yankee Stadium at 1 o'clock, but that's a fucking nightmare, Lee.
Oh,
That's it. I got to leave here at 9:30 in the morning to get there at 1 o'clock in my seat and the parking and the walk-in and the fucking, and then you walk out of there and you're in fucking, it's 3 in the afternoon and now you got to get back. And people going to the city to fucking watch the fireworks show. It's on the Jersey side, this side. I think the Hudson side, I don't know. Somebody was telling me that.
But even like, would you have a seat that's under things? Because I love going to baseball games, but a 1 o'clock game July 4th, that's gonna be hot.
Well, let's see what the weather is. Maybe it'll be 75. Maybe it'll be a beautiful fucking day. Who knows?
That'd be worth it.
It's supposed to be humid and hot. They're calling for weather delays, but bitch, I ain't flying on Thursday. I don't need to see anybody this fucking Thursday.
That's awesome.
Fuck you and taking a flight this weekend. That's nuts.
Oh, yeah.
We'll do it every year. I don't know where the fuck you're going, dog. Sit tight. Sit tight, motherfucker. Those are $800 flights, Jack.
It's getting crazy. Thank God I'm driving this week.
Really? Oh, yeah, and gas is out of its fucking... Like I said, listen, everything is out of control. The American family is in trouble. The American family of 4, it's in trouble. I mean, it's going to be a deep summer. It's going to be a deep fucking summer, but you just got to be prepared. You got to see what you got. I got a brother right now who the last 3 months, he told me he had to change his life around. He was eating out too much.
Mm-hmm.
And boy, he turned it around. He's like, dog, I watched my prices now. It's crazy out there. He watches for sales of meat and prime rib and this and that. And he cooks everything at home. And he says he's a lot happier. He lost 15 pounds.
Oh, I'm sure. But they were talking about it last night. Like the clubs have, like we talked earlier, clubs have been light, but it's great to be healthier and eat at home, but then that's going to hurt restaurants. Like if you save yourself, it's going to be like, there's going to be some bad stuff.
So we do the best we can. We save the pennies that we make and we fucking wait to see what direction they're taking us. But for right now, I don't know what I'm doing this week. I have a friend coming into town and she's leaving like Friday and Thursday's the 4th. So I didn't make plans, but Wednesday night I'm supposed to see her. If not, I'll shoot over to the Comedy Dojo, see Aaron Berg and a bunch of other guys. Then the weekend, I'm not going to do shit. I'm just going to smoke dope. Hopefully I'll be getting some mushrooms tomorrow.
Have you ever seen fireworks on mushrooms?
I don't know. I don't fucking know. It's not like I'm going to sit there. Listen, let's be honest. You see one firework, you see them all. Unless you're going to blow up a building, that's a 4th of July. I remember.
That would be awesome. I would go watch that.
Yeah, you pay a small $50, $100, blow up a fucking building with 3 people in it.
I didn't know there were going to be people in it.
There's Jews in the basement that were having the prostitutes down there, whatever they were doing. Oh. The child sex pornography ring down there.
With the tunnels?
Yeah, the Jews with the tunnel. You just, it's like going to a parade. You see one parade, you see them all. Oh, look, it's the bagpipes. Ooh, it's the mayor. The cheerleaders are throwing a stick up in the air. Boy, I'm happy I came.
That's why I thought like the mushrooms might help because with the lights, the mushrooms I thought would be good.
Well, at night they might be good. I think they're doing something in town. They do something and all the kids go. I know I went like 2 years or maybe 1 year. It was pretty fucking cool.
I didn't go, but I was just somewhere and they were having a drone show. Would you ever go see that? Like 300 drones with lights flying around?
Nah, that I don't give a fuck. I want to see things blow up and a bat fly out of the sky or some shit. You know me, dog. I'm into fun and nature.
Yeah, I never knew that about you.
Let's get the fuck out of here. Listen, people, have a great 4th of July. Be careful. Don't buy fireworks for people unless they're Chinese, because it's a cold world out there. They got the best equipment in the world. They got those communism fucking firecrackers. Those things pop twice. You know what I'm saying? 2 pops. Pop, 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 pop.
I love it. Oh,
I love you
Chinese.
Guys. Have a great 4th of July. Don't forget to go see Lee up there. Where you at?
Saratoga, New York.
Yeah, you're not doing nothing. Go bet some races. I don't even know if they're open.
They're open. I've never been up there with the horse track open, and it's open. Oh yeah, I'm almost positive.
And then go bet on fucking Lee and get him some chubby chick to lick his nutsack. That'll make his weekend complete. I love you, motherfuckers. Stay black. Have a great week. And we'll be back next Tuesday, the 8th.